Hi, welcome to another episode of s10c Chronicles. I have private practice playing in the background. Did I hit mute? Oh, there we go. Pause the DVR. Anyway, what's going on? Oh, exciting. So yesterday, I went to Vitamin Shop. Dwayne asked me if I was interested in going and sitting at the Diamond Gym booth to hand out materials about s10c Chronicles, which was exciting. It was a fun event. It wasn't, I think he thought, or the way they promoted it was much more of a much more highly promoted event. It was mostly just regular customers, but that Vitamin Shop is pretty busy, so there was a fair number of people coming through. I handed out stuff and, wore my Diamond Gym t-shirt and tried to look cute and showed pictures of me a year ago and say, Diamond Gym can change your life too. So that was a lot of fun, sort of a public appearance. But anyway, that was cool. And then he gave me tickets to the Suburban Bodybuilding show. That was in Kenilworth, New Jersey last night. So Chris and Jay and I went to that. And that was lots of fun. Very interesting, I have to say. This bodybuilding thing is intriguing to me. I don't know that I'm really in it yet, although I am psyched by the idea of it. But I'm kind of thinking about a few things. My own goals for me, and I'm always talking to other people about goals. As a personal coach, I talk to people about goals all the time, and it's especially like in terms of transforming your body, having a vision of what you want to transform it into is very important. Although getting hung up on details of that to tell yourself no. For instance, people who say, oh, I don't want to lose my butt, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to get too skinny when you're very overweight. I always say, worry about too skinny when that becomes a possibility. Don't let that stop you from starting the process anyway. So, now that I am, I guess, officially not fat anymore, I'm trying to think about what do I want to get to specifically for me with this body. There's still some, where can you see it? It's still a little jiggle and flab, whatever. So I got to get rid of that. And, that's been my basic goal the whole time, is to, eliminate the fat. And I'm still on tap to do that. But being at this bodybuilding show is interesting because sort of in terms of female bodybuilding, there are 3 categories now. Bikini, which doesn't really make any sense yet. It's a very new competition realm. I don't really get what they're judging. Just chicks in bikinis, basically. And then there's figure, and then there's bodybuilding, and there's fitness as well. So I guess there's 4. I'm not going to do fitness. I'm not a gymnast. I'm not a dancer. I'm not going to be doing one-arm push-ups and stuff, as far as I know. Although it seems like it could be kind of fun. But it seems so far from my own realm of comfort. It's not really in mind for me. And I'm not even, let me start off by saying, competing is not something I'm sure that I want to do. I'm kind of thinking about it, but more thinking about, I just want to really get my bod totally tight and totally hot. So that's been my goal primarily from the beginning. But there's figure, which is very lean women without a lot of muscle. They have some muscle, they're toned or whatever, but they're not they're not full of muscle. And then there's bodybuilders who are more like, and it's interesting because for a long time I was saying, I wouldn't want to look like a bodybuilder when I was first talking to Dwayne. I don't want to be all big. I'm all big already. I don't want to be all big and blah, blah. And I didn't say, I don't want to look like a man, but that's what people always say. You're not going to look like a man. You have to take a lot of drugs to look like a man, which I'm not doing. So, But actually, I've been to bodybuilding shows before, but I wasn't as close to it as I am now, I guess. And looking at these figure girls, they're fucking scrawny. I'm sorry. I love you guys. You're beautiful. You look good in fitness magazines, whatever. But mainly they just look like sticks. And I realize they're usually about 10 to 15 pounds higher when they're not competing. So these were them at their skinniest. Although this is the first show of the season, so they weren't actually that skinny. There was some cellulite on those butts. Not nice since I have plenty of cellulite on my butt, but, you know, I'm not on the stage yet, so I can talk shit. Anyway, so the bodybuilding looked more interesting to me. I like the muscularity of it. I like the definition of it. I like the energy of it. You have to wear those friggin' 5-inch glass heels, which are silly, and stand there like a mannequin. You can, like, kind of goof around more, which is, I think, more in line with my personality, honestly. So anyway, it was just food for thought. The reason I call this episode The Cult is this bodybuilding thing is kind of like a cult. And it's funny because I was talking to Dwayne yesterday. Chris had taken Jay off while I was doing this thing at the vitamin shop, and so I was waiting for my ride, and we were wrapping up, and he wasn't there yet. So anyway, Dwayne took me with him to the diner where he and this other guy he trains were going to eat. So I was like, don't leave me at the vitamin shop by myself. So they took me with them, and we're talking, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, the people who train with you for competition are like always there and always with you. Don't they have jobs and blah? And can't be there all the time. I got the job and I got to do s10c Chronicles. I don't have time to be doing that. And, you know, I always say, although it's not quite true anymore, I don't do this for a living, so I don't take it that seriously like these folks. And he's like, well, it's kind of like a cult. And I guess he's the cult leader. But anyway, yeah, people get into it, and they get into it, man. So I'm trying to decide how far I'm going to go into it. I get psyched by training. I love training. It's the stage thing that I think. Probably just scared, honestly. Probably just scared of the idea to get my ass up on stage. I like to give like an excuse. I don't have stage ready boobs or whatever. Like being a mother who nursed for 16 months and was fat, skinny. Took a toll on these suckers. So I would need some serious reinforcement to get them out on the stage. But anyway, I'll worry about that when the time comes, which is not now. Anyway, have a fantastic day. Keep watching s10c Chronicles. Love you guys. Bye.